Hello there, friends. Welcome to Spicy Cat Colors. My name is Kathy. Happy to see you. Happy to squeeze this video in. Probably be the last one of the month for me. It is my group buddy color, hashtag Spicy Cat Buddies. I always let you know what page I will be doing in the month as the group buddy color when I do my plans video. And sometimes I am able to do a color and chat, and other times I'm not, and I just post it. So I have some time, and I have stuff to chat about. So I'm going to color the buddy color page for Spicy Cat Buddies, which is out of Country Chibis by Alexandra Franzese. Zes, I think it's Zes. And, excuse me, if you're a new friend, sniffles are normal for me, so I apologize. I will try to limit it, but I am a snotty person. I have allergies year-round, so there's not a lot I can do about it. So anywho, this is the page I had selected to do for the group buddy color, and it was the prompt is April showers. If you did not have this book or had already colored this page, I said, please color any page that makes you think April showers. And then posted to Instagram with the hashtag. And if you aren't on Instagram, please email me or message me somehow, because I like to take everybody's buddy color for the group buddy colors and put them in my coloring journal, planner. It's a lot of things. It's not just a planner. So anyway, I am going to color and chat. I'm going to use my, I haven't hauled these yet. Again, I have giant piles to haul. These are the Restly 120 set. I did show because these are extremely terrible at yellowing. So this is the brand, if you don't mind yellowing, go for it. They're similar to the Tao Trees as far as style and all that. They're an alcohol marker, but as you can see on my swatch sheet, everything here that I've highlighted in yellow yellows your coloring book. So just be aware, there's a large number. I will not be repurchasing this, and I do plan to pull out the yellowing ones, and I'm going to put like one of my I've got like a pencil bag marker, whatever, that I'm just going to put all the markers that yellow, because I don't mind using those in color by number, or like the Eclipse Circulism, where like the whole page is covered as far as with your image, because it's like, oh, I don't really care if it yellows onto the next one, and it's not very visible when it's covered like that. But anyway, sorry, just got off of work, trying to get going and do this before I go to bed so I can go back to work tonight. So let's start coloring. So my girl is going to have a purple bear umbrella. The other thing I noticed, I have been using these markers this month, and while they have a brush and chisel tip, when they start out, it's a really nice firm chisel, but after I noticed the ones I've colored, even like just coloring one page, they kind of start to fray and lose their stability on the brush end of things. So not real impressed with that. But again, they were a bargain, and that I know. Like I said, I'll still use them, but I will not repurchase these. I have no idea how the lighting is. Again, I just got off work. It's like 6:15 in the morning. My house is still dark. And I think, did I say welcome, new and seasoned friends? I don't even remember. I just started talking because I was so excited to talk to everybody. Yeah, welcome. If you're new, welcome. You don't have to watch. You can just listen. I hope that you are doing what I do when I watch color and chats, which is I'm usually coloring or doing some type of something creative and crafty. Or not. Sometimes I'm not. I'm playing games on my phone or something. But yeah, there will be some movement. Sorry, I know I just kind of had a big bounce there. And again, please, I cannot control it. Yes, am at, this is a hobby. I have tried many, I say this every time, I have tried many different tripods. I've spent over $100 on trying different ones. And just because of my setup, this is what you get. There's going to be some movement because I do not have the ability to connect the tripod arm, whatever, to a separate fixture than my table that I color on. So it's what happens. I'm going to try and see if there's a similar to do the darker color. Let's do this one. To do the inside. But what do I have to tell you? Oh, so it's been a long time. So I have some funny classic Kathy stories is what I call them, that are just too funny not to share. Again, a normal person would not tell you these things because they could be, a bit embarrassing. But for me, it's like, nope, this is real life and I think it's hilarious. So I have to tell people because I know we all do things that we probably wouldn't tell the world. But there's nothing wrong with that because the world needs to laugh. And if we can find humor, in ourselves, things are just funny. I'm like, when I tell you the things that happened, they're just kind of funny. And yeah. I'm going to share. So the first thing, I actually planned to tell this story back in February because that group buddy color was the prompt chocolate and I did not get a chance to film that page. But here's what happened. And again, I always say whatever people want to think about me is not my business. So you can judge me, think whatever you want of me. Again, whatever. I don't get too bent out of shape about it. So at Christmas time, one of the things I absolutely love are the chocolate oranges. They come wrapped in tinfoil or foil in a box, and they're all like, you hit them and then the segments all kind of pop apart. I love those. They are like, and I'm sure I could get them all year round, but I only get them at Christmas and they are a treat for me. And they had like some fun, different flavors. I picked up at the old Walmart this year and I like them. So when I go to bed, which is typically at, 7 a.m. in the morning, because again, I work 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Sometimes, I'll pretend I'm at a fancy hotel and I'm like, I want a piece of chocolate on my pillow. Okay, so I don't put it on my pillow, but I bring a piece of chocolate to bed with me. Now, again, I know this is so stupid because, hello, I just brushed my teeth. And it's like, but I want this piece of chocolate as I'm falling asleep. And I always have a bottle of water. So then I'm like, okay, I'll have my chocolate. And then I take a couple drinks of water and swish around my mouth. Try and get rid of, the sugar bugs. Anyway, again, you can think whatever you want of me. So this one day, evidently, I was very tired. So I brought, and maybe I had like 3 of my segments. I had more than one piece of the chocolate. And I enjoyed my piece of chocolate, and that was it. And I wake up in the morning, and I go in the bathroom, and I'm like, groggy, and I'm like, what is on my arm? Like, I thought I had this giant bruise on like my upper arm, the bat wing. And I was like, what in the world? And I like looked at it and then I'm like, oh, and like my nightgown, is that like dried blood? What happened last night? And let's just say I looked a little closer and no, it wasn't blood. It wasn't a bruise. It was chocolate. I had a piece that I did not eat, my one little segment. Evidently, I forgot to eat it. and I fell asleep, and it fell down beside me, or slid, or I rolled on it. I don't really know what it was, but basically I slept on it and it melted. And yeah, so then I'm like, oh, this is embarrassing. So I like wash up my arm, and I was like, I always shower. Again, not that you need to know this, but if you're like, why don't you take a shower before you go to work? I like to shower before I go to bed person. So I had showered, and now it's like I get up and I don't give myself enough time to shower before I have to go to work, because I am not a morning person, even though my morning is like 5 p.m. So I wash my arm up, and then I go back into the bedroom to like look and see. And I'm like, oh, look at that. There's melted chocolate chunk on the sheets. So I try and like scrape off what I can, because I'm like, it was like a whole little segment. So I was like, oh, this is so embarrassing, Spicer. And I cleaned it up the best I could. And I'm like, okay, well, on my next day off, which was when I got home from work that day, I'm just going to have to do the bedding. So I get home, wash all the bedding. And again, I'm just laughing because I think it's hilarious. So I had nice, new, fresh bedding. Although, the worst thing, it's like, if it smells like chocolate, I don't think that's probably a bad thing. I could survive if it smelled like chocolate. So I did the bedding. So I just thought was funny that I thought I was bleeding or had a bruise, and nope, it was just melted chocolate. Way to be. So fast forward like a week. So, I put bedding on. It's all nice and clean. And then my husband and I had to leave town for a weekend. We went out of town for a weekend, and it was, what did we do? I think we had to go to a funeral. So we left the house, and I don't mind if the cats sleep with me, but when I'm not home, I like to keep the bedroom window closed, or the bedroom door closed, because I have the bedroom window open. Yes, all year long, even in the depths of winter, I keep my bedroom window cracked open a smidge because I really like the fresh air. And then I don't want, we have radiators in our house, so I just have that radiator not opened up so that the room, I don't want the cold air filling the rest of the house. Long story long, that would be me. So I always shut the door to the bedroom, and I went and put the cat food out, so they were all getting fresh food, and everyone was in the kitchen, oh, Mom, Dad, where are you going? And they had their fresh food, and I shut the bedroom door because I counted tails. So we go out of town, and we were gone. It was a Friday, so we didn't get home till Sunday. So I get home, and the cats are usually all like excited meeting us at the door if we've been gone for a bit. So I come in the house, and we're like unloading our bags, and I'm like, I'm missing a tail. I've only got 3 tails instead of 4. So I'm like, oh no. So I go to the bedroom, and I open the door. And sleeping on the bed is Mr. Frankie. Seasoned friends, you know who Frankie is, because he always jumps up here. He's my gray. He's kind of a tuxedo. Anyway, he's a spoiled little brat, and he chews everything. And he really likes to be in the bedroom with me. So I don't know how, but he snuck in as I was closing the door. So he was locked in the bedroom for 2 nights, all by his lonesome. And obviously there's not a litter box in the bedroom. So Mr. Frankie And it wasn't his fault. I couldn't be mad at him. Well, I could, because I was very annoyed, because he always, like, but again, I should have made sure when I shut the door. Anyway, he peed all over the bed. So my relatively clean bedding that had just been, had the chocolate washed off, now had cat pee. And I'm like, seriously, it's like I had, again, judge me if you want, but there were, some small piles of dirty clothes. And, when you're packing, and for me, things kind of get thrown all around. So there were plenty of spots. I wouldn't have even cared if he had like peed on my clothes. But no, he peed on the bed, which I thought was so odd because that's where he was also sleeping. And it's like, and it wasn't like far away. He like peed up at the top of the bed, like on my pillows. And then he was sleeping right, not too far away. So I am exhausted. Here's this story. So I say this all the time, but on my days off, I tend to, if possible, keep my same schedule. So I stay up at night. So while we were out of town, we did the funeral, and then we were in a hotel. So I just stayed awake. I was actually coloring, and my husband was sleeping at night. And then we drove back, and I wasn't able to get comfortable. So I did not sleep on the drive down, or on the drive home. Sorry, I'm going to try and stop. Zoe thinks she's going to come up here. Again, I just gave them all treats. Ay. So I was exhausted. It's like we got home. It was a little bit, I don't know, like 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And I just wanted to go to sleep. I was exhausted. And I get home and I'm like, I can't go to sleep because my bed, the whole bedroom, smelled like cat pee. If you have cats, that is not a good smell. So of course, because I'm just a grown up, I guess, and didn't realize I needed to have a plastic sheet, it like had soaked through all the blankets into the mattress. Like I said, sorry, I'm putting my markers away while I'm talking. Yeah, it was not a pretty sight. It was not a good smelling. It was absolutely terrible. And there was no way. So the one thing is that I needed a new mattress. This mattress was like, again, judge me if you want, at least 20 years old. Let's just say it was my parents' mattress. It was a Sleep Number mattress, so it was a nice one. But it was from when my parents both were still alive, and my dad passed away in 2005. So if that gives you an idea of how old this mattress was. And it was kind of crappy. It needed to go. It was done with its life. And we had just kind of been putting off buying a new mattress. So it was like, okay, it needs to be done. But seriously, I wanted to go to sleep. So no, instead, now we have to like start calling around. Because again, I live in small town world. And see who's open on a Sunday and if they have mattresses in stock, because it is the only bed that we have. So yeah, it was, I had to get a new mattress or sleep on the floor basically. So we had to go mattress shopping, which again, classic Kathy, I find the smaller town that is 20 miles away. Looked online, they're open. They said they had these in stock. So we head over there because I did not want to go to the larger town that was 40 miles away just because it's busier and I didn't want to deal with people. I wanted to like go in, pick a mattress and go. So of course we go to the small town, find a mattress that's going to work that I'm like, well, yeah, it seems like it'll be okay. I mean, again, how well do you know? You like lay down, roll around, and yeah, I think this is okay. And of course, they didn't have it in stock, but they had it in their warehouse in the town that was 40 miles away. So we bought the mattress, paid for it, took our receipt, went over to their other warehouse and got it. Got it all set up. And I did break the rules because it was one of those mattresses in a box, which still just is kind of baffling. And you're supposed to like let it sit or unfold or open up for like 24 hours at least before you sleep on it. And I'm like, no. I mean, it opened right up. It looked normal. It like the foam puffed up and did its thing. And I was exhausted. So I slept on it. So hopefully I did not ruin it. But yeah, it was not the best. But it, you know, the plus side is it was right at, we had just gotten our tax refund and did not have any specific plans for it. So guess what I bought with my tax refund? A new mattress. So Frankie, he still does the same thing. He sneaks in there, little bugger. But now I'm like, for sure, make sure before I shut the door. Because even it's like I work 12-hour shifts and it's like, okay, he'd probably be fine if I'm just gonna color this whole guy. I don't know if it's a swan, a duck. It's just getting gray. Sorry, I'm just talking to myself. And yeah, it was new mattress for Kathy. So isn't that fun and exciting? Sorry, again, a sniffle. So what else do I have to tell you? This is going super fast. Oh, so I didn't do anything big. I know last year I did a whole color along birthday hashtag. So April 1st was my birthday. I am an April Fool. And thank you to those of you that messaged me, emailed me, sent me a card, sent me a greeting, a few sent me gifts. Again, totally not necessary, greatly appreciated. And I do promise, along with those of you that sent me Christmas gifts, I will be eventually getting a video up showing and sharing all of that. Oh my gosh, we're gonna just, I don't want to do a background. Is everybody else like me where it's just like, I don't want to do a background on this? I'm trying to think what I could do to maybe make it fun to do something. I need to fill in my white spots that colored in. So yes, so it was my birthday and I actually did not have to work, which is kind of fun because frequently I have to work on my birthday. And I don't even mind working on my birthday because I'm kind of like, oh, actually people like tell me happy birthday. Where otherwise they don't. And we went, I'm not going to get into all the details right now, but things are not very good right now between my husband and I. And one of the things I've mentioned before, whenever we talk about like the holidays and stuff, he's like, I don't do holidays. So that means I don't get to do holidays, including birthdays. He's like, it's just another day. So it makes me very sad because I don't like being the center of attention. That is certain. But I like to at least feel a little special. And considering things are not very good with us right now, I thought he would do something. Oh, so this is my Cat Lady Russian Blue. I got this from the Cat Lady box. Eyeshadow. And I'm going to just, maybe that's what I'm going to do for my background. So a little bit of, there's a gray and a blue. We're just going to kind of mix them all to make this. It's not very high quality eyeshadow. Hence the reason there's lots of fallout. But it works. And yes, I'm using an actual, it's an Ulta Beauty brush. So anyway, I had told him that I was disappointed in the last couple years. He really did nothing, or we made plans and then he's just like, no, I don't want to. So we didn't do anything. So he asked, what did I want to do for my birthday? And I said, well, I'd at least like to go out to eat. And that's all we did. We went out to the place I picked out. And that was it. He didn't do anything else. Again, not that I want any, grand gestures, but I'm like, seriously? You know how upset I am? And nothing? Could you pretend and buy a card or, I don't know, surprise me with a coffee or something? Anyway, so my birthday was crappy in that sense. Other than I have amazing friends that made me feel special. So, fortunately, the person that should be making me feel special did not. It's like, I want to brush this, but I don't want to, like, rub my hand across it. Maybe I just use this. And I don't want to blow in your ear. Can you even see? I'm just doing a real light. And like I said, I'm kind of mixing this tealish blue. Then I'm going in for some of the grays. There's not really a tried and true. As far as I know, my friend Laura, Live Long in Color. If you do not watch her, you really should. She's like, I tell her she's the queen of the eyeshadow and she inspires me. So I've been doing some of that this month, especially we did some buddy colors and I'm like, oh, you made me think outside the box. And I used, because there's no way I could color this whole thing with alcohol marker without having streaking or issues, and that's a lot of ink I don't want to just use up for a gray sky. So eyeshadow to the rescue. I think I have chalk too I've tried to use, but this is kind of fun. I like using eyeshadow because it usually has a little bit of sparkle. I suppose is it like mica pigments that are in there? Anyway, off subject. So yes, I had my birthday. And it's still technically my birthday month. So I still just keep holding out. Because again, I actually talked to my husband and told him I was disappointed. And all I got was the eye roll. Like, we went out to eat. That's what you wanted. And I'm like, seriously? With everything that's going on with us? The eye roll. Really? Anyway. So, thank you again. I don't mean to sound that I'm not grateful, because I am very grateful for the amazing friends I have. And I always tell people, well, I tried to tell people, and I didn't this year because I was trying not to like really make a big deal out of my birthday, is not to buy myself something, but buy yourself something and then tell me what you bought, because I would rather you treat yourself, because that is actually it's a gift. I consider it a gift for me, because then I know that you are taking care of yourself, and I'm just happy that you do that. Again, sorry if I blew on you. Hey, I think that's going to be as good as we're going to get. Let's put the eyeshadow away, and then guess what we're going to bring out, my friends? Sorry, that was probably a little loud zippering there. Look, it's even in a cat-shaped cat lady box, and I have a couple different eyeshadows in there. So yes, Zoe is really wanting to jump up here, so I'm holding my hand out, hopefully, because now I'm breaking out the nail polish. Oh yeah, I love nail polish. I use it on my coloring pages, and you're gonna see me use it. So I want to make my I don't think I have a yellow, not with me. I'm going to make my umbrella. Oh, look at that little chunk of cat hair. Keeping it real. To make her what? Oh, maybe I can do some goldish. Not sure yet, but I want to for sure use... Oh, and look, there's the pier. Hi, Frankie. Are you letting everybody know what a little pooper you were? Actually, I couldn't find the poop, so I don't know if he didn't poop or if he ate it. But here's the pier. So, hi, Frankie. Yeah, hi. Oh, were you going to say hello to everybody? Want them to see your cute face? So you can't be mad at me, Mama. I wasn't mad. It was my own fault. But, okay, I'm going to pause because there's no way I can finish this right now. And he's going to just stay here until I give him some attention. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And I'm going to use this Glow Gel One Step Nail Polish. Does it have a color? Nope. Not really. It's got a number. Anyway, I get my nail polish, I said this before, at the dollar store. So it's probably decent nail polish, but let me show you. This is the best part because it has a built-in brush. So, and there's no cleanup. Bad news is it does kind of stink. So if you don't like the smell of nail polish, you're probably not going to like this. But I'm just going to paint this so that it looks wet. So what was I saying? Oh, yeah, birthday. It's almost, the birthday month is almost over. So I always think, I like to celebrate or, try and feel special for a whole month. I think everybody should on their birthday month. But, yeah, not really for me. I'll just be glad when the month's over, to be fair. Yeah, Zoe's thinking. I think she doesn't like the smell here, so hopefully she will stay away. So yes, when I use nail polish, I just use it like paint. And I just paint it on. And yeah, I've never had a problem. I've had books where it's been over a year that I've had nail polish, and I've gone back and checked them. And it's been Amazon paper, and I have not had any yellowing or any weird anything. Let's just paint right over the nose. This is just a real pale purple glitter. So I was going to maybe use like a glitter gel pen on the pink nose. The one thing, though, as I just noticed, you have to, the printing. So like I'm just doing one quick brush over the lines. Because I noticed on the nose where I had it wet and then I went over it again, kind of started to smear the black ink a little bit. But I don't know if this is even looking like anything. But okay, so I have one more story to tell that is really, it just like so cracked me up. I got to end on a good note, not like a depressing note about my birthday. So last week was my hair appointment. So I go every 6 weeks. And my stylist, we always kind of joke because it's either Kathy short or Kathy long. So if it's the short appointment, she is just trimming my bangs. And then every time I see her, I get basically a full face wax. Again, think what you want, but it is what it is. I have light skin and dark hair and have always been blessed with a mustache. And the older I get, the more whiskers are coming in. Let's just call it like it is. Especially after I had a hysterectomy and they took all my hormones, which I did not go on any hormone therapy. I'm sure I've mentioned this before. Because there were cancerous cells. That's the reason I had to have a hysterectomy in my uterus. There was cancerous cells. So anyway, so then they don't necessarily want you to go on hormone therapy. Look at this. I'm making her sparkly and glittery. Again, I might be going a little overboard. Impossible. It has to happen because I'm still telling a story. So yes, and then if it's my Kathy Long appointment, then she still full face wax, chin, whiskers, eyebrows. But then she does like a full cut, which is basically a trim. And we used to do a full color, but I'm actually embracing my grays So we're kind of transitioning, and she's doing just a, kind of like doing highlights. I don't know. I'm not a stylist. I don't know the proper term. So she like does a little something. Should I make her jacket? Sure. Because I'm still got a story to tell. Her jacket's going to get glitterified too. Okay. This does really smell. Let me tell you that. Talk about my nose starting to run. So it was my short appointment. So we go in, and she's also so amazing, and she's about as real as I am. So I like show up, and it's like my appointment was like at 3 p.m. And I like roll in, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I overslept. Again, if you work night shifts, you get it. And she doesn't care. And I'm like, my hair's dirty. I've got it. I said, I don't even have it all brushed out. She's like, it's okay. It's your short appointment. I'm just trimming your bangs. So we just left it up in the little clip. She trimmed my bangs. And then we went over to the bowl, the sink. That's where she does the waxing. That's where the wax thing is. And I lay down, and I'm talking to her. I'm telling her, she knows kind of a lot of my personal life, so I'm filling her in on stuff. And she's doing my wax, and she did the put the wax on my eyebrows, and I don't know what I was thinking, what I was doing. I mean, I've been getting at least my eyebrows waxed since I was like 23, I think, is when I first got my eyebrows waxed. So it's been longer of my life that I have been getting them waxed than not. And for some reason, as she's applying the hot wax to my eyebrows, I opened my eye or blinked, or I don't know what I did. But what I did was get my eyelashes. I have really long eyelashes. Not bragging or anything. It's a genetic thing. I didn't do anything to get them. I would say it's one of the few genetic good things I received from my parents. And so now my eyelashes are waxed shut on my right eye. My right eye is waxed shut, and she's like, don't open your eye, don't blink. And she's going on, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I do? I'm such a dork. How did I do, seriously, how do you wax your eyeball shut? Well, leave it to Kathy. She can do it. And she's like digging through the cupboard. And this is where, I just love her. Because, again, like I said, she's about as real as I am. And she goes, don't worry. She's like, I've got this. She goes, if it makes you feel better, I once waxed my butt cheeks shut. And I got them apart. I'm like, so now I'm like trying to laugh and not open my eyes and cry. And I'm also like trying not to cry because of everything we were talking about. But so she's like digging, and then she like finds whatever she needs to like dissolve the wax. And I just sit there with my eyes shut going, Kathy, you're so stupid sometimes. But in the end, she got my eyeball unwaxed or unstuck. It was hilarious to me. I thought it was freaking hilarious. So did she. She's like, only you, Kathy, only you. So yeah, that's pretty much the excitement of my life. Ooh, we need to do a little bit more. If we're like nail polishing the heck out of this. I'm like, I have an orange nail polish, so we're gonna polish her boots. This is gonna like take a week to dry. Maybe by the time I do my finished pages, we'll ooh, this looks so pretty. So yes, I could have used like glossy accents or something similar, but I don't know, it's kind of messy. Not like this is neat, but again, it's got a built-in brush. How is not everybody using nail polish as an accent? Because I don't have to get the paint. Granted, I have plenty of paint as well, but I'm like, I don't need to get like a water cup or a water brush to like clean it. I'm just painting it on. It dries quickly. life is good when you use nail polish. That's the truth. Oh yeah. So, and I also I showed these, I'm pretty sure, in a haul like a long time ago. These little cases I got at the Dollar Tree as well. And I think they were in the makeup. It's called an accessory box. But nail polishes fit in here perfectly. I can fit in 6. So these I just have, these are my nail polishes I only use on my coloring pages. That one looks like it could use some more. Now it's drying. It's looking a little streaky. But okay, last thing, I'm going to add a little bit to the raindrops because now I want to add, so I forget who it was. Somebody had already colored this and posted it on Instagram with the hashtag. And they did so cool. They added a bunch of more raindrops. And I loved it. And I thought about doing that, but now I can't, or I'll have to wait till it dries because if I stick they like used, was it a glitter pen? I don't know. Go check out the hashtag and you'll see whose page I'm talking about. But it looks so cool with all this extra rain. So I thought, oh, with this kind of clearish silver, can I just add some? And FYI, you can't probably see it, but because Frankie was here, I now have cat hair on my page, so that is also getting stuck in my nail polish to give some extra texture, I guess. But it just looks so cool, and I wanted to do something like that. And I'm like, okay, well, I wonder, well, I'm going to try. What the heck? It's, as I like to say, I love to color. It is fun and relaxing, but in the end of the day, this is a piece of paper with pigment and nail polish on it. If I ruin it at this point, it's still just paper. It's not the end of the world. I'm like gonna cheat because I don't want to bring, ooh, no, I can't do that. Okay, now we gotta like really make this silvery. I had used a purple glitter over the handle, but then no, I had to mess around. Ooh. And now I gotta make this whole thing, but it kind of makes it look metallic, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Okay, so what do I want to do? Let's try. So this is where maybe this is too, I'm gonna just do some random streaks, basically some brush strokes of like, ooh, that's a big thick one. Maybe need to like brush off some more of the nail polish. This is one of those where I like hope Alexandra Franzese is not watching. I get so excited like when I post something on Instagram and the illustrator, the publisher, somebody, you know, like comments that they really like it or they think it's so cool. And then I do things like this and I'm like, oh yeah, I hope they don't see this because they're probably going to be like, what did you do to my artwork? Yeah, that got a big bloop. So maybe you can't even see it. I can. And maybe once it's dry. So yeah, that actually kind of worked. Okay, so there you go. You got the whole story time of the past, what is it, 2 months, 3 months of what's been happening in my life. Got to hear about, you know, fell asleep and melted the chocolate on my arm. Then I had to do the laundry. And then once the bedding was clean, then the cat peed on it. So I had to, and this is what I was so sad about because, again, like I said, I needed a new mattress, so that was fine. But I had a blanket on there that had been gifted to me from my sweet friend Michaela Renee out here on YouTube, and I had to throw it away. I kept it thinking, I don't think he peed right on it, but it must have been pee adjacent because after I got, you know, got the mattress out and everything else, I'm like, nope, I still smell it. And I ended up having to throw away all the pillows that were on the bed, and that blanket from Michaela. So that was sad, but it's okay. I seriously had used that every day since she gave it to me. So that happens. So yeah, you got to hear all the funny things that happened in my life. And again, most of those things a normal person would not tell you, but seasoned friends, embrace the quirks. Ooh, Frankie's up here again. He thinks he's going to jump up. Yeah, he's not. Embrace those funny things that happen, the quirky things, because really, who could have planned for those things to happen in my life? I didn't plan it. And I found the humor and I laughed. So my sparkly April showers girl, I will let dry while I go to sleep and try and get it posted on Instagram. Hopefully I'll get this video up too. I don't know the page I'm going to do now for May. I'm thinking I kind of want to do a mermaid page because it's Mermay in the coloring world, but I have to look and see what books. I really love the, yeah, Frankie, I see you. Oh, he's going to come. Okay, let's just move the page and look at Frankie. Hey, we'll just set that aside to dry, and Frankie can come sit down because that's what he wants to do. Want me to? Here, let's just show them the messy desk, and you get comfortable because it's all about Frankie. And oh, did I scare you, buddy? He doesn't like it if I cough or when I open a soda. That noise kind of freaks him out. So he's probably like, she's gonna kick me off again. No, I'm not. I'm going to pet you. But now I forget what I was saying. Oh, yeah. So I'm thinking mermaid. And what I absolutely love is the Daisy Joy mermaid book. I just love the Daisy Joy books, but I don't know if a lot of people have that. But then again, I thought, well, it can be any mermaid, so it doesn't have to be the exact one. And if you do have the Daisy Joy mermaid, or else I also thought of looking at my Jade Summer, Kawaii, and Chibi. I might have colored in the Chibi grayscale. Anyway, you'll have to watch my plans video or keep an eye on Instagram. I will post it. And then the other buddy color, if you are new, I do a Disney buddy color every month, and I use the random wheel picker to pick that out. So April, the movie The Rescuers is what I have been coloring, and other friends have as well. So you still have time if you want to color a Rescuers page or any Disney mouse if you don't have a Rescuers, just because the two main characters in there are mice. And then that hashtag is Spicy Cat Disney. Oh, you are looking right at them. I looked down and I'm like, oh, he was looking up into the camera. Frankie. So yeah, I don't know. We shall see. That's part of what I really enjoy. And again, if I were a professional YouTube person, I'd probably have that posted ahead of time so you could make your plans. But that's not me. I'm not professional. I'm kind of fly by my pants, more so this year than normal. But hey, we're getting by. Okay, I think he heard another one of his siblings, and now he's looking around I don't know. Don't you wish you knew what your animals were actually thinking? He's probably thinking, will you go sit either in the bed or on the recliner so I can sit with you and take a nap? I'm pretty sure that's what he's thinking. So, yeah, we shall see. I actually have this upcoming weekend off, which is very exciting for me because it's then the end of the month. So no promises. I'm going to try and actually film my completed pages for April this weekend. So it might be up before my plans video. But again, I don't know what's going to happen this weekend, so I can make no promises. But I do have Crafty Week starting May 8th, so my goal is to get the completed pages filmed, my plans video filmed, and all of my buddy colors set up before I go on crafty retreat, so I can bring those books with me and get them done maybe at the beginning of the month instead of usually pushing to the end, which I still have, I think, 4. No, I have more than that because I have my project books I haven't colored either, so that's 6 pages, and I still have 2 or 3 Disney pages I need to finish. So cute little Frankie here. What you don't see right here is his mouth straight up there, and he's chewing my pens. I have a pencil cup with pens, and this is what he does. So like this used to have an end on it. Nope, not anymore. Now the ink just is gonna come out because he chewed and broke the plastic. And he has, again, this is a Copic. Can you see that there are bite marks in it? I don't know if you can see it. They're right here. But yeah, he's got bite marks where he chews them. My glasses, because I take them off when I sleep, have bite marks. My cell phone he bites on. Yeah, he's got a oral fixation for sure. So yeah, anyway, I know I'm rambling. I'm tired, so I'm going to let you guys go. Thanks for hanging out with me. It was very fun to chat. I hope I brought a smile to your face with my classic Kathy moments. And oh, what I started to say, like when you have those moments, just embrace them because it's life. Things like that happen and it's flippin' funny. You can't say it wasn't funny. Seriously. Oh my gosh, I'm bleeding. I hurt my arm. No, you just like slept on a piece of chocolate and it melted. And oh look, I blinked and now I waxed my eyelashes shut. So yeah, that's something special, things that I do. So, and if you have done any of those things, you don't have to share or admit it, but just smile and know you are not alone. You are never alone. You are valued. You make my life so much better because you matter. You, with whatever classic moments happen in your life that you think you need to beat yourself up about or be embarrassed by or regret or anything like that, no. You're doing the best you can with what you've been handed, and some days we're handed wax in our eyelashes, and you roll with it. Worst case, she would have had to cut off my eyelashes so I could open my eye. She did not. But if she did, well, heck, wouldn't that be an interesting sight? And they would grow back. So I don't get too upset about those types of things. Things just happen. And it'd make a fun story because, you know, it's like, well, that's a whole different story about the time I like almost burnt my eyebrows off. But anyway, we'll save that for another day. So friends, take care. I'm so happy that you stopped by. And yes, if you have not had a chance to do an April Showers or a Rescuers page and want to sneak one in yet, I would love to see it. Thank you, my friends. I love you. Bye. Frankie says bye too. We're going to go snuggle now.